Hello and welcome to Red One Afloat. You may have noticed in the title that it says mostly unedited. Well, on the day of filming I had a disaster. I set everything up to film my journey, I checked and everything was okay. And it was, for the first 10 minutes. Then for reasons unknown, the sound stopped recording for the rest of the day. Pictures were great, but they were silent. I really wanted to show you what it was like to travel through the Crick Tunnel. I decided to add some engine sounds to the pictures. Hopefully this works for you. I've also discovered a few facts about Crick Tunnel and the surrounding area, which I will share with you on the way. Perhaps one of the most amazing facts is the age of the tunnel. As I speak, it was completed 212 years ago, dug out with only a pick, shovel and manpower. Let's just think about that for a moment. It's easy to say, oh, it's 212 years old, but just think what the world was like in 1814. George Stephenson's steam locomotive made its debut in 1814. This invention paved the way for the use of steam power in transportation, particularly in the mining industry. Even today I know of at least 2 steam-powered narrowboats still in operation in the UK. Joseph von Fraunhofer's invention of the spectroscope allowed for the analysis of the chemical composition of light sources, a crucial step in understanding the nature of light and matter. What's that, you ask? What is a spectroscope? Well, if you take a prism and light is directed through it, light that exits is split into the colours of the rainbow. Light reflects from different elements, has a slightly different pattern of the rainbow, enabling scientists to determine what that element is. This is how astronomers can determine the composition of distant objects in the universe. Photography in 1814. I won't try to pronounce his name as I know I will get it wrong, but his efforts with camera obscura, a very early camera, required an 8-hour exposure, representing the very beginning of photographic technology. Entrance. Crick Tunnel is on the Leicester line of the Grand Union Canal, about half a mile east of the village of Crick. A tunnel of 964 yards was originally planned, but bad ground was struck, and so a longer bore of 1,528 yards was eventually excavated. It was completed by Benjamin Bevan in 1814. There is no towpath through the tunnel, but it's wide enough for two narrowboats to cross inside. Horses will transit on the surface, and part of their route is still named Boat Horse Lane. A stretch of the canal apparently carried cargo that included treacle, and a local legend developed that the tunnel was, in fact, a treacle mine. The UK's largest boat show, featuring mostly narrowboats, is held at Crick Marina, a short distance from the tunnel. It was in fact over the course of several years that I was able to conduct a significant amount of research and ultimately decided to buy a narrowboat. It is held over 4 days, usually over the late May bank holiday, featuring many new narrowboats, wide beams and vintage working boats. There are also some boats for sale at the show. In the marquee area, you can find just about anything to do with boats, from a new rope to a new toilet and everything in between. found one random fact dating back to the Domesday Book. It was compiled in 1086. It is our earliest public record, the foundation document of the National Archives, and a legal document that is still valid as evidence of title to land. In it, Crick had a population of 17 villagers, 6 smallholders, 4 slaves, 4 freemen, and a priest. Together with the women and children, who were not counted, the population would have been approximately 120 people in 32 households, making Crick a relatively large village. Crick Tunnel is a listed building on the National Heritage List for England. It is a Grade 2 listed building with an entry number 1343014, and its dates of issue is the 11th of March 1987. The list is a unique register of our country's most significant historical buildings and sites. Places on the list are protected by law and most are not open to the public. The Crick Tunnel, part of the Grand Union Canal, required an estimated 1.7 million bricks for its construction. While the exact number of workers is not specified in the historical records, it is known that it was constructed by navvies, the term used to describe the manual labourers who built the canals and railways during that era. I hope you have enjoyed Bonus Crick Tunnel, mostly unedited. Please leave a comment with your thoughts and maybe let me know what you would like to see in future videos. Please join me on my journey by subscribing to Red One Afloat. Thank you and see you soon.